Sorry, Sarasota. No, no, no. My mistake. It's not Sunny. It isn't sorry. It's Peoria, Illinois, the center of the state of Illinois, south of Chicago, southwest, 160 miles. It's I'm taking an article that's in the Chicago Tribune, and I'm doing some excerpts from it, but it's all about Donald Trump says he didn't ask Putin to do something about the bounty on the troops. And that's a story by Michael Crowley from the New York Times. It's in the Chicago Tribune. No Chicago Tribune writer here, but nonetheless, he claims he didn't ask Vladimir whether the Russian operatives in Afghanistan had paid Taliban-affiliated militants bounties to kill American soldiers. Said he didn't know all that. He called it fake news. Trump made the comments in an interview with Axios, scheduled to air on HBO shortly. So if you're going to catch it on HBO, it's called AXIOS. In any event, some of the portions were released just this last Wednesday. Trump spoke by telephone last week with Vladimir Putin, his good buddy. But during the public appearance on Monday, he declined as to whether he discussed the bounty issue. They used to sell scalps from Indians, and you got money for it. That's called a bounty. And in this case, the Afghanis may have taken the helmets off and taken the scalps right with them and gotten money to do that to the American troops. I don't know what they did, how they killed them. They have a poor reputation in Afghanistan, a particularly good reputation for being particularly brutal. There's a poem by, I'm trying to think of the poet right now who talked about falling on the plains of Afghanistan. If you fall upon the plains in battle in Afghanistan, you see the women coming, roll up on your rifle and blow out your brains. That's, I'm trying to think of the author of that poem, but I'll think of it. I think it was written in 1920 or so. In any event, he goes on here. Asked about the bounty, Trump said, "I have never discussed it with Vladimir, my good buddy, the Russian leader, numerous times in the recent months. Have never done that." And then also he goes on, although Trump cast the bounty allegation as media fiction, U.S. intelligence analysts found evidence of the scheme quite credible. Although some intelligence officers have higher confidence on the question than others, the intelligence was provided to Trump in a written briefing in February, but it is unclear whether he bothered to read it. If it reached my desk, I would have done something about it, he said. I comprehend extraordinarily well. I have a very good brain, you know. I take it out and look at it once in a while. In any event, Trump has long taken pains not to personally criticize Putin, despite generally hostile relations between Washington and Moscow, and even seemed intent on downplaying evidence of a broader Russian military and financial support for the Taliban. Asked about the claims that go into effect by the former U.S. General John Nicholson, Trump dismissed the notion. I didn't ask Nicholson about that. He said before saying that the general didn't have great success. He left the command in 2018, Nicholson did. Trump also suggested that Russian backing for the Taliban would be some kind of understandable payback for America's backing of the fighters opposing the Soviet operation in the 80s. Now, he's referring to Murphy's War. There was a guy by the name of Murphy out of Texas, a congressman, who arranged for the Stinger missiles to go to the Taliban to kill the Russians and drive them out of Afghanistan. There's a good movie about that. I'm trying to think of a good actor that played the part in that. But nonetheless, it's a story somewhat documented, and this is payback, revenge for the Russians to our troops, like different than what we did to their troops. Maybe not, maybe not. In an interview with Nicholson, then commander, he said publicly the Russians were sending weapons to the Taliban. So this has been going on, and the payback war, the skin of the scalps of the American soldiers are being paid for. The more skins they had, the more scalps they had, the more payback to the Taliban, and the more our troops continue to die in that 19-year war. Think about that. 19 years war is going on there, and we're not welcome, and other things are more welcome. They grow poppies, which grows heroin, which grows cocaine, all the things, major production of all the drugs in the world that are considered illegal. The drug war goes along and along to a failure continually, and these are the sources for it. And we're in the middle of all of that and calling it what? Peacemaking in a country that's unable to do that? No, I think it is unable to do that. Anyway, our troops are not safe there. Let's keep them there longer. Okay. Anyway, after all, it's a rainy afternoon. I'm going to have to get out of the rain. I will see you another time. Thank you so much. I watched the show with Alex and Uncovered called, it was Scott a good governor, and was DeSantis a better one? That'll be the question. The title of this show will be a scalp for the Taliban and handed to Trump. Let's see how we do that. Trump's scalps received from Putin. Thank you very much.